later embody most of the characteristics of a female gang member, including fickleness.
Did you kids see the new teacher yet? No, I don't want to.
Then there was Porky, the gang's subtle scene stealer, as were Weezer, Stymie, and the toddler Spanky of earlier generations. And like the earlier team of Spanky and Scotty, he became half of the younger set team that caused a lot of the action or had the problems all figured out long before the older kids.
Sure does get spooky here at night. Who did it? Come on, Alfalfa. Goodbye, Buttley. Bye, Barky. Bye.
Indeed, he assumed the role of Spanky, while Spanky himself, interacting with Alfalfa, became a new character altogether.
Come on, Alfalfa.
Porky was born Eugene Lee. His name was later changed to Gordon after his Our Gang director, Gordon Douglas. And his career began at a very early age.
How old are you, Porky? Huh? I said, how old are you? So.
By the mid-30s, music was playing an increasingly important role in the gang's pictures. That's Roach musical director Marvin Hatley on the podium.
Found on Broadway.
No, boys, not you. Go back.
And again seated behind the piano in the background. At first, Hatley led a trio. For Laurel and Hardy, he conducted 35 musicians, and up to 65 musicians for larger films like Captain Fury, for which he won an Oscar nomination in 1939.
We'd record right on the set. We didn't go down to a big recording studio and go through all that. We just sat on the set, and I just played the piano, maybe it had a couple other musicians. I can't even remember what we did. It's been so long.
Yeah. In Mike Fright, made in 1934, the kids make do with what they found around them. Bottles, cans, penny whistles, and so on, in keeping with the poor kids' rich and enthusiasm concept that made the earlier films so endearing. They entered radio contests and sang in school.
And on the farm it has some turkeys. E-I-E-I-O.
These are the Cabin Kids, a professional act represented by the Meglin Talent Agency. They put on shows for the neighborhood kids out in the barn. Yes, there were barns at one time in Los Angeles. They somehow managed to stage elaborate production numbers in later Follies films. Less believable, but still quite entertaining.
Broadway rhythm, it's got me everybody. Broadway rhythm, it's got me everybody.
This was the hat that I wore in the Follies. And it was made for me at that time because I had, although I had been told I had the big head, I didn't have that big a head then. And that's one of the pieces of memorabilia that my dear mother, Virginia, saved for me.
They were aided and reinforced by the Meglin Kiddies, a group of professional specialized acts trotted out for special occasions.
If you were under contract, you were actually an Our Gang member. There were bit parts, and there were also extras, background. But now they were not as per gang members, it was only the ones that were under contract.
Probably the finest Our Gang musical is Our Gang Follies of 1938. Made believable in that the action takes place during Alfalfa's dream. But without a doubt, the most memorable musical moments belong to
Me.
Alfalfa.
If there's a cloud above.
Carl Schweitzer's mother insisted he possessed a sweet voice in reality, that as a youth he sang in his church choir. Indeed, it seems implausible that someone could sing quite that badly if not on purpose.
Oh, the object of my affection can change my complexion from white to rosy red.
However, the question remains, was Alfalfa as bad a singer as seen in the Our Gang pictures?
He certainly was. He thought he was good, though. That's the point. Yeah. He had all the confidence in the world. You know how he was.
Believe me, if all those endearing young charms I gave on so fondly today were to change by tomorrow and fleet in my arms, like fairy gifts fading away.
That was his voice. And they just said, sing, Alfie. And he probably thought he was singing good, you know. And he'd sing a song and strain and the whole bit, you know. They loved it. They just loved it.
Goodbye to spring and all it meant to me. It can never bring the things it used to be or lost. And you are the one. It's love. I'm the singer of this show. Okay. Just an echo. Valley. And it brings back sweet memories of you.
Between 1934 and 1936, Our Gang was being directed by a former cartoonist, Gus Mines. By the time Mines left Roach in a clash over production policies, he had directed some of the finest films to come out of the studio, including Babes in Toyland for Laurel and Hardy.
Gus was delightful, along with the others. He was just like our foster father. What he said, we did. He did it with fun and humor. He had a loving way about him. And all the directors had a way of bringing the children out. They had a way of us enjoying what we were doing, but at the same time, they were having fun with us.
Gus Mines, a wonderful director, had a wonderful personality. He knew just how to handle kids and get along with them.
Gus Mines later committed suicide.
Poor Alpha, he's in love again. Yes, ain't it a shame?
Young love, a most marvelous and entertaining and inventive pastime. Our Gang's first femme fatale was Mary Cornman. She and Mickey Daniels returned to the gang as young adults.
Hey, what are you doing